Mom, you can come back. Hey, how's it going? Who's hungry for some liver? No? All right, well, hey, I definitely am. I'm on a little delirious right now. Fasted cardio, haven't eaten all day. I'm fired up. You know, it's one of those, I have more energy because, you know, your cells start repairing themselves and energizing themselves when they're in a state of fasting. It's interesting to work out on that because you really, not only your cells clean themselves out, but at the same time you give yourself a little bit more energy, and you know, you're just really burning off body fat as well as just cleaning out your body at a cellular level. So I'm ready to eat though. I don't even know how long of a fast I would be. So it's what 6 p.m. so 6, 12, 18. Jeez, that's yeah, over a 20-hour fast. So I'm ready to go. What we have right here is beef liver or calf liver. So this is veal liver that I found. It is the #1 healthiest. There's a nutrient density scale that I found, and I'm going to pull up the chart once I find it. It goes, it rates by micronutrients, fats, fatty acids, and I forget how it's done. Pound by weight, and then and they compile a percentage based on the weight, and they come out with like a pound for pound, ounce for ounce statistic. And the #1 most nutrient dense source of food on the planet is calf liver, organic pasture raised calf liver. This right here comes from a farm in Wisconsin where they the calves just have feed off of their mother's milk. This is my dad right here. Dad, if you want to say hi.
Hello.
My mom's hiding back here, but yeah. So it's this right here. You're just feeding off the mother's milk, who's been grazing off grass her entire life, and so this is a very clean, pure food source that after I marinate it looks like this. Now that's not the most appetizing thing to hold up, but wait till the end. It definitely smells decent. So the thing with liver, it's a little ripe, has a bite to it. So you got to take that out with the acidity from things like lemon. Let's see, lime works well. I like to use, I use heat, and I use citrus and salt and vinegar from things like hot sauce and ground mustard. So I'll marinate that in a combination of white pepper, organic ground garlic, organic onion powder, pink Himalayan salt, and then I'll saute it just quickly because there is very little fat in liver to begin with, so it just sears up very quickly. I'll just do maybe even a minute on each side. When I was going through my recovery, remember that, Mom?
Oh, I did.
When I was going through my recovery, I'd make these nutrient-dense smoothies with bison liver that I got from the Hollywood Farmers Market. I would defrost it, and I know it's going to sound crazy, but I would cook it raw, or cook it. Yeah, I would eat it raw, cook it raw, and then put it in my smoothie with things like beets, egg yolks, deer placenta. But yeah, bison liver. I mean, it was really clean, grass-fed and grass-finished bison. So I was able to. I just trusted the farmer, and it was its most digestible point, and I couldn't chew at that point. So it was just kind of I just was believing in the whole idea that I was getting the best nutrients in my system at its raw, most digestible point, and it worked out well for me. But I don't recommend eating it raw. That's just what I did. Just a little fun fact that worked for me at the time. But if you Mom, can you help me turn this on? Okay, there we go. All right, so we're starting off with about a tablespoon of grass-fed Kerrygold butter, and then I'll put in 3 cloves of garlic, diced garlic with a whole shallot. So this is what a shallot looks like. Mom, what would you say that is? A combination between garlic and onion?
Yeah.
Garlic and onion, there you go. And so just a little something about organ meats in general. When I just became very passionate about only consuming organ meats because I found out that it was the most nutrient dense part of the animal. I'm talking heart, kidney, liver. I've never had kidney because I've heard that it's a lot worse tasting than liver, and that's where the urine passes through in the animal, and I just kind of wanted to avoid that altogether. But I did a lot of heart, a lot of lamb heart, a lot of beef heart, and a lot of bison heart. That I would go to this butcher called Lindy and Grundy. I don't know if anybody in LA remembers them. They were right there on Fairfax and a little north of Melrose on the left-hand side. Great people. They get their beef actually from up in Northern California, from a farm called Stemple Creek. Grass-fed, grass-finished, just beyond organic. Really good, clean meat that you can trust to eat, like I did raw. And that's how I spoke to the butchers. I actually met the farmers themselves, I think on a couple occasions, and I just trusted them. And it was so clean. You make a little ceviche out of it, or not ceviche. Mom, what is it? Tartare? Is that with meat? They're all nervous right now. They want. Is it carpaccio when it's raw?
It's
like a beef carpaccio?
That's thinly sliced.
Thinly sliced, yeah, but that's what I would do. Basically, like, what's going on, Chris? Hey, Andrew. But yeah, I would just do that, and it tasted fine to me, and I was really just doing it for the benefit. The heart obviously is loaded in CoQ10 and protein and just all vital minerals, where they say the leader of a wolf pack would, the leaders, the alpha of the pack would go and take, like, let's say kill their prey. They would take out the organ meats first and leave like the flesh protein for the rest of the group. So just a cool little story. What's that? Oh, I thought you guys were talking to me. All right, so while this cooks, this is what, searing it up in a cast iron pan. Big fan of cast iron pans. You buy one and you can have it your entire life, right? I mean, you just season it out correctly. They have these really cool little wire whisks that you can buy, or steel whisks that you can buy off Amazon for like $5 if you have a difficult time cleaning it. I don't recommend cleaning it with any sponge or anything. It'll take forever. But hey, Melly, what's going on? But this, with the little steel brush, you just take a couple swipes. I don't care if you burnt eggs in there. It just wipes it right off. So that's the hardest part about having a cast iron pan is the cleaning process. But I found a way to beat that. And thank you, Jen Galgano, if you're out there. You gave me that awesome tip. I've been doing that since I started. Because, you know, there's good ceramic cookware, but there's also people that are capitalizing on the ceramic cookware business by making it non-stick. And it's all green approved, but now they're adding the non-stick chemical in there that cooks into your food. And I just don't believe in that. So while that, I just think cast iron's the way to go. So while that cooks up, I'm going to dice up this habanero. So like I said, I like to heat up and defeat the whole not gaminess, I guess gaminess, but the bite and liver doesn't taste great. But you can make it taste great just by doing it properly, and this is what I do. Heat, vinegar, so heat, I mean like the spicy foods, so cayenne, habanero obviously. Cut out the little inner seeds, remove those, make a thin slice down, and then pull out the seeds from the middle, put those aside. And definitely wash your hands afterwards. Definitely remember to wash your hands afterwards. Because the little oils of the habanero stick on your fingernails and things like that. You just don't want to rub your eyes. It'll ruin your day. So you'll just dice that up and get it to a nice caramelization in the pan. Oh, it smells good. It smells good. And then this is kind of a little... a gamble right here, but I'm believing in my gut, and this is ginger. So I'm going to grate up a little ginger in here. Paleo Chef, I don't know if any of you follow her on Instagram. Excuse me. On Instagram, her name's Mary Shanuda. Sweetheart, super funny, but just freakishly talented in the kitchen. And she actually made fat fudge, that little... it's like a pouch of just really good fats, grass-fed butter, tahini, honey, cayenne. I think a little maca in there. It's just a good little energy boost throughout the day if you're looking for it. But anyway, she's the one who really originated this recipe, and I kind of added my own little twist to it. But yeah, so here we go. So while that cooks up, I'll show you. Okay. Favorite hot sauce? Oh, brother, that's hot. Organic habanero hot sauce. You can get it at Whole Foods. Here's what the Carrot Gold grass-fed butter looks like. Obviously, you know, you just get 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. I like to take out a whole shallot. Shoot, I wish I could show you what that looked like. But yeah, they're like little rose bulbs, and then you just dice it up for a little more flavor. And yeah, and then this brand, I've never seen this at Whole Foods. Strauss free-raised calf liver slices. So they give you 4 quarter pound slices. So I'll do 2 tonight. That's a lot of vitamin A. So just keep in mind, you know, veal or calf liver, beef liver, chicken liver, nature's highest source of B12, very potent. It's a full spectrum B vitamin superfood, but it's nature's highest source of B12. It's very high in vitamin A, phosphorus, you know, vital micronutrients and minerals that we need, that we get depleted in as we age. And this is without question. You combine this if you're an athlete. If not, even if you're not an athlete, combine this with beets, sauteed steamed beets. I mean, and then maybe some avocado. That's exactly what I would do if I was going into an event or if I was going into a meeting. I mean, if you want to be locked in, just a full spectrum, you know, source of B vitamins, good amount of vitamin A, iron, phosphorus, phosphate. Excuse me, just cooking up a little quicker than I thought. Chromium. I mean, it's just in vital amino acids as well, and that's just, you know, in a little quarter pound slice, just like this. And you get 4 of them in a pack for $16, so you can have a really, really nutrient dense meal for 4. And then you add in some vegetables, so maybe $6 to $7, $8 if you want. So this is ready to go, I'd say. Just going to kind of stir this up a little bit. And this is my dad got this in Germany, so I'm going to use this tonight. I marinated, excuse me. I marinate it with that as well as top it with it at the end. And so I'll just put it in like that. It's been marinating for a few hours. And then just completely blind taste test. You know, obviously they're biased, my parents, but I hope they like it. They're honest people. What about you? Anybody out there ever try liver or love it? Anybody like cooking it? Has experienced the benefits? I mean, this is something that'll wake me up. I'm gonna be on fire after this. I mean, I just know. I mean, this is my go-to for so long. There would be, and if you can't get it from where you are, uswellnessmeats.com. They have really good beef liver, grass-fed, grass-finished, out in a small town in Missouri. And but this Strauss is out in Wisconsin. They're frozen, so who knows? Maybe they could ship it to you as well. But I get mine at Whole Foods, just right down the street. It's the first time I've ever seen it today or yesterday, so I had to pick some up. So while that cooks, and this is pretty quickly. It has all the good flavor from the habanero, the shallots, garlic, and obviously the marinade. I want to love it. Hey, Blue. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's never easy. Well, sometimes when it's good, there's nothing better because you're like, I can't believe this is good for me and tastes as good. But when it's brutal, like when you kind of butcher it and overcook it, and you really get that bite, because that's the thing is you can't let it cook too quickly. You want to get it a little bit more on the rare side, medium rare. Well, it's nice and juicy, but when it's overcooked, it's like it's a chore. It's an energizing chore, but yeah, it's a chore nonetheless. And then you're like, damn, why did I even do this? It's brutal. You guys hungry? Oh, I know, it's cooking up. It's getting there. It's a little spicy, Mom. You can be able to handle it? What? Tiny bite? She doesn't like spicy food. I have made a very small bite and frozen. Oh, that's smart, actually. Hey, that's smart. Yeah, there's another thing you can do. I didn't even, well, I did think about it way back, but yeah, if you can't cook it up, don't have the time for it, just defrost it, power it down. Your system's gonna, if you want to cut it up, dice it up in like little inch pieces, you're still gonna get very good nutrient density from the B vitamins, and then you don't have to taste it and chew it. All right. So this is, you want to grab a little plate, Mom?
Sure.
You gonna come over here and say hi? It's a little smoky in here, huh?
Alright.
All right, so yeah, they're done. Look at that. I mean, what was that? I mean, just a couple minutes, they're already done. So this one, I swear you gotta, well, just be honest. Be honest. I just put this right here. You want to look in and say hello?
Hey, hi.
All right.
Oh, no,
No, I'm just going to cut it off. I want to get you like a nice little one with all the sauces and juices on it. So that right there. See, it looks.
Looks great. Looks great.
All right. What do you think? Yep. All right. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Takes me back to my childhood. Not bad.
Pretty good. Sandra says you're adorable.
Oh.
You are.
Whoa.
What do you think? There's a little kick to it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you have to like spicy food. I mean, no, or you don't. I mean, for this particular one, you do.
Right. Thank you, honey.
So that's good. Oh, Dad, you want to try this? All right. It's actually pretty good. Just
Woo, that's hot.
yeah.
Woo.
Hey, that's really good. It's very good. All right. Well, there you go. Under a minute, really, or not under a minute. Under 5 minutes cook time, I would say. Under 5 minutes prep time. Under $10 for the optimal nutrition. And oh man, that's really good. I mean, if you get to start to crave something like this, you're doing so much good for your body. I mean, I can't imagine putting kids on this too, getting them to like get addicted to this. It's like key to longevity.
We need a taste for that.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
That's really good. All right. Yeah, so it turned out pretty well.
So what was the heat, honey? Was it
The heat?
cayenne, or was it the sauce?
So yeah, just remember heat, and then if you want to, that takes out the bite. It's a really
That's what takes
the
out.
bite in the liver can really turn a lot of people off. But you can just add in some citrus to help with that, lemon, lime, and then a little garlic, shallots, and then a lot of habanero, hot sauce. German mustard at the end, which we forgot. We'll probably put it on now. But yeah, there you go. Nature's multivitamin. Pound for pound, ounce for ounce, UC Berkeley calls it most nutrient. Nice. All right. Pound for pound, ounce for ounce, UC Berkeley did it. I mean, it calls it the most nutrient dense source of food on the planet. And just be very careful. Do not. I wouldn't recommend eating it while you're pregnant. And if just stay with low amounts. Don't take out a pound. Don't take out a half pound. I would go half pound tops based on your body mass. But because there's a lot of vitamin A, a lot of active vitamin A in there, which can kind of OD in your system from. So yeah, just keep that in mind. If you're ever looking for a little pick me up, if you want to do one of these one time a week, you're really going to help your body get really the vital B vitamins that we're depleted in because it's tough to find with such the high content that's in liver. And optimal would be veal, then beef, then elk, bison, chicken if you can, but that's towards the end. But yeah, I hope you guys got something out of this. I'm gonna go finish eating this, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments section. And yeah, all right. Have a good night. See you.